Good. Then I'm going to start. I think you can see the agenda now, right?
Yes.
So to start with my 5-minute introduction, basically, which I did a little bit of already. Then we'll move on with challenges and motivations within the project with Mina Porvari. And
Maybe Afonso, I can just take
please,
over like 2 minutes to introduce what's the purpose of this project, and
of
then
course,
let
of course.
Minna continue, because
Sure.
hello everybody, I'm Francesca Olivier from Future Games Sweden, and I'm the coordinator of this project. This is a project funded by the Erasmus Plus project program. It's a cooperation project, and our in the partnership we have partners from through universities, so Algebra and XAMK offering education in game development, and ourselves offering education at the vocational level in game development, and all digital and Cineglossa, which are more technical partners in the project. The very final aim of the project is to try to get more girls or more gender diversity into game development education and in the game industry career. So what we did so far, we developed a framework with information, data, and interviews with people already working in the field or also studying, and Minna Xamk was responsible for this first part of the project, and Minna now can show you what's our main outcomes from this research part. So Minna, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Francesca and Alfonso. So, hi, I'm Minna Porvari from XAMK, and I work at our Creative Industries Research Unit. And for my presentation, actually, we are going to play Kahoot. So just a moment, I will share my screen. And you should be able to see the game pin, but also I'm going to share you with the link in the chat. Okay, so please join the game. Also, I took the sound off because the music was a bit overwhelming for me, so. You can use either your phone or just open it on your browser on your computer. Okay, so we have 7 people now, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is there still someone who is joining? I think that's it. Okay, let's start. So there are some slides with questions for you, and then there are some slides that I will be doing some explaining about the framework that Francesca just mentioned. Okay, just a moment. It's trying to put me in the full screen mode, but then I can see you. Okay. So yeah, today's topic was the challenges and motivations that we got out of our focus groups that was done in the project. So basically we interviewed people from different countries and asked like, why are they studying or why are they interested in the game industry field? And this is based on those focus group studies. So first of all, you can find the full fact sheet at NUGAMERS.eu, and it contains the current situation of women in gaming and gender equality in game industry and education. There's a section about the main obstacles and reasons for low interest in the field, and then motivators and like specific interest areas of especially women who want to be in the industry. And then, of course, also the challenges and some solutions for those. And then based on these, all of this data that we gathered, we made 6 personas and like imagine their journeys. What does it look like when they want to be in the industry? So yeah, first question. How many % of European game players are women? What do you think? There's only, I think, 20 seconds to answer. So just click on the one you think is the actual percentage. And this is game players. Okay, only 2 people got it right. Yeah. So actually 47% of gamers are women in Europe. So almost half. Oh yeah, there was the scoreboard too. So Afonso got the fastest one. Yes. Okay, then the next one. What is the average age of women who play video games? And also this is in Europe. So 20 seconds to answer. What do you think? Still missing a few answers. 5 seconds. Okay, so 6 people got it right. It's 33. And next one, how many % of game industry workforce are women worldwide? So not just in Europe, but worldwide. And again, only 20 seconds to answer. Okay, 4 people got it right. So 30% is the correct answer. I think Alfonso is cheating. So what about in Europe? How many % of the industry workforce are women? What do you think? If 30% was the worldwide, then what about Europe? %24% is the correct answer, and 5 people got it right. Okay. Yeah, so as I mentioned, we did some interviews, and on the map you can actually see the location of these people, where they are or are from, that we conducted the interviews. So pretty much all over the Europe, since we have our project partners from all across Europe. So basically, our goal was to find students in game and STEM fields, and of course their teachers, but also these industry professionals who are already working either in STEM or in game industry. And then we asked what are their thoughts and opinions on this matter, like what motivates them and what are the challenges. So first, I have a few questions for you, and then we will go through some motivators. So I think there's 1.5 minutes time to answer. So what do you think, like what motivates you in your work? I think there's also a character limit of maybe 20 or 40 characters. So you have to be pretty concise. But what is the like single thing that maybe motivates you in your work? And also if you have the time and the chance to write in the chat that if you're either working in game industry or in STEM industry or some other industry, you will be interested in hearing. I hope it's not too difficult. It's Monday afternoon after all. "20 seconds left to answer. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, let's see. So passion, sense of purpose, making a change, making a difference, children, agency and impact, many things, yes. Collaboration and creativity second time, and innovation. Yeah, I think these are actually, a lot of these are the same that the people we interviewed said. Okay, so then next you will have to vote which one of these is the most important to you if you think about your work. If you have to only pick one. And all of these are answers from the people we interviewed. Okay, so the most important one for this group, the ability to make societal impact. So half of the people who responded thought this. And then workplace environment, community engagement, and the opportunities for personal growth and recognition. Yeah. So since we asked our interviewees, like, why did they pick a creative industry, since game industry is one of the creative industries, they said that they want to combine their personal passions with their work, and they thought that it's kind of like a natural fit for them because they also want to channel their imagination into something tangible, and then of course combine the academic knowledge with the like entertainment industry. And also they thought that it's an alternative for trying to fit into a more conventional career, and it allows them to stay authentic to their creative personality. And then some motivators behind their career choices, of course, family influence, if they were interested in tech and gaming, creative skills recognition, so maybe they already had these skills. And as I said, they thought that it's a natural fit because they were already passionate about the themes. And then, like as in the question just now, also the practical considerations, so salary and like what are the where do you work and such. And of course, gender representation, and also this desire to challenge these traditional stereotypes. Then let's move on to the challenges. So what are some of the challenges that women actually face when they're studying and working in the game industry? So if you think back on your own career, what kind of challenges have you faced in your career? If you had to pick one, what would it be? One minute left to answer. We have only two answers. I hope this is not too difficult. Thirty seconds left. Okay, thank you for the answers. So the challenges you mentioned, lack of humanity, being taken seriously, lack of recognition, male dominance, limited resources, and then being recognized. I think these are also very similar to the ones that the people we interviewed mentioned. Then have any of these been a challenge to you? and you can also select multiple ones if they apply. And these are all the the most prominent ones that our interviewees actually mentioned. So lack of role models, jobs, instability, balancing life, financial or resource constraints, job market challenges, and then the lack of diversity. For you, yeah, the most voted one was balancing personal and professional commitments. I think pretty much everyone who we interviewed, like who was in working life, so either a teacher or an industry professional, mentioned this in some form or another, and especially the teachers emphasize that this is really important to them. Okay, thank you for answering. So then also I wanted to mention, because most of the people we interviewed were also gamers, and they also discussed this, like what are the challenges they have faced in gaming as a hobby. And I think most of these also apply to studying and working, but time constraints, then finding like-minded communities, because usually you want to have that community and friends and people to do it with. And then they were insecure about participating in these communities. They have faced gender-related criticism and negative social perception of gaming as a hobby. So people think it's not a productive hobby if you're doing gaming. And then also gender-related harassment or even exclusion from communities. And then they thought that skill maintenance and gender bias are something that they also struggle with. And then our industry professionals that we interviewed said that some of the challenges they have been facing are, of course, because the industry is really competitive, so gaming industry, and these financial and resource constraints that you also mentioned, and then work-life balance, naturally, always there, gender disparities at the workplace, then the jobs can be unstable. There are like short-term jobs only available. The companies lack diversity in hiring new people, and then often they had some mental health or maybe even imposter syndrome issues because of work. And then, of course, there are some things that you just can't affect. So global crises and economic uncertainty that, of course, also affects the gaming industry. And then, as I mentioned before, we thought about some solutions, which you can find at the full fact sheet at the project website. And we have these 6 personas, which are like some are students, some are teachers, and some are industry professionals. And we wrote their paths. How did they end up in their industry, and what motivates them, and what challenges have they faced, and also how have they dealt with them, and what kind of solutions they could offer. But that's it from me. And thank you everyone for playing. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer in the chat. So thanks.
Thank you, Minna. Oh, Afonso, do you want to advise?
As you wish. As you wish. I can support you if you wish.
Yeah, so now, based on the challenges that Minna just showed you, we are now developing a handbook that will be, I open my presentation, I hope you can see it. So practically now it's still a work in progress. This is it's a first version of it that I'm showing you, and it will be soon completed by some tools that will be developed soon. This project, NUGAMERS project, will end at the end of this year. So we have still some months to go. But I wanted to show you so far what we developed, because it's interesting also to have to get feedback from people outside our partnership. So practically, the handbook is a result of the interviews that Minna just shortly presented you the outcomes, but also a co-creation lab we had in Croatia. And so the content practically focused on two main moments of the career of in the game industry at a level of engagement and career development. So how to help girls to find their way to this career, but also how to navigate in challenging education and workplaces. So talking about like the engaging girls in game development, we found out some strategies that can help overcoming the obstacles for girls to start a career in game studies. So how can we do it? Like showing information about the stability, growth, and opportunities. Challenge the societal biases, because it seems like girls are not encouraged to start a career in game industry. And also, as Mina was saying, we found out that there is like this self-doubt and also imposter syndrome, and we will try to develop some tools to help girls to find more self-confident. So when it comes to concerns, so the challenge is that many people may view game development as a risky, non-traditional career path, and possible solutions that we are going to explore and are like a data share statistics about data in the industry growth of the industry, and show how many opportunities this industry can offer to newcomers in the sector. Showing success stories and pathways. This is very important, like the role models. This is something that you also pointed out in the Kahoot game provided by Minna. And another like a possible solution is to emphasize the transferable skills and broad application. So how can people who studied game development use their skills also in other contexts? And finally, but very important, like how to engage families in the process. Now, sorry, this is like this is how it will look like when finished. So this is like simply a representation. So we will add some data on the industries, and now you can already find on our website some podcasts that we recorded together with interviewing people working or women, successful stories of women working in the game industries. And in a way like to help girls in overcoming self-doubt might be like promoting positive affirmations, showcase role models as I just showed you, and also create supportive peer networks. When it comes to emphasize transferable skills and broad applications, it's important to showcase the diversity of a games contest in order to show how or what kind of skills you can gain studying game development, and highlighting also the impact of games beyond entertainment. This was also one of the results that came out from your Kahoot, like the social aspect of game development. And yeah, when it comes like to engage families in the process, so how to can we create opportunities for families to convince them or to show them how solid the game industry is. And the other aspect of a career in the game industry is like navigating challenging education and workplaces where like the majority of students and colleagues are usually men. So the challenges we understand are most important to overcome are like creating inclusive and supportive learning environment in a way that girls find more included, more welcomed, I would say, in the environment. And this is maybe more challenging, but we feel like this is something that we absolutely need to face, is like how to transform the culture in these workplaces. And this transformation can come directly from the girls. You can't expect always that the environment will adapt to yourself, but we can make a change, like starting from our behavior. So when it comes to creating an inclusive and supportive learning environment, we feel like we can create a fair and respectful environment, helping students to feel safer and valued. I mean, I repeat myself, but this, for the moment, this is like the structure of the handbook. It's not finished yet. We will create some activities in order to help teachers, but also educators in creating these inclusive classrooms. And also, like, it's very important to create a collaborative learning in a way that everybody feel as an important part of the team. And also like this sense of belonging, how to foster, which fosters confidence and resilience, creating like a real strong community. When it comes like to job seeking and empowering girls, it's like we found like the two biggest challenges are to breaking barriers before entering, and also when in the job places, but also how to overcome these challenging workplaces. So, talking about breaking barriers, we found like networking and building relationships is essential to find a job and to get like how can I say, like not appreciating, but to get into this job market. And also another big issue that we realized is limiting the number of girls entering the market, is like their difficulties in value themselves in the right way. So we will help them, or we will create some activities to helping them to practice negotiation skills. And we find also these mentorship programs are very important to lead them during the career in the game industry. And there is also like this is very important, personal branding and self-promotion to promote themselves in the right way. Uh, so, oh, sorry, I don't see this part, but practically when it comes like to overcoming challenging workplaces, we want to help them with giving them soft skills in how to give them in leadership, in communication, giving them this opportunity to feel more empowered, and helping them to show their value in the workplaces. And this is it for the moment. We are going, as I told you before, to continue like developing the work. But I would like to open the discussion now. We have like around 10-15 minutes, just to hear from you your feedback. What's your experience in the market? and think or tell us if you think that we are going in the right direction, or if you have like different experiences. I see like in the chat, like some people are posting other projects,
And
or
they've been sharing their experiences and related to the project topic, basically. We have Sabrina.
Yes, yes,
Please.
hello. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, both Mina and Francesca, for the presentation, the code. I think it was very interesting. As I mentioned in the chat already, I'm Sabrina Uger. I work at Schumann Associate, and I'm one of the main partners of Code Week. I don't know if you know this initiative already, but it's an initiative that encourages and tries to inspire and attract as many young people as possible. Mostly, we're trying to recruit girls for the coding and digital careers, and I can definitely share what both Mina and Francesca have been saying on the fact that we do see, because we are at the moment conducting the Girls in Digital Week, and also All Digital is involved in this. So thank you guys for organizing this webinar. I think it's very important. We have been trying to push out as much as possible this webinar in our consortium with our consortium partners. So I hope this has reached out. At the same time, I completely agree with Mina and Francesca. We are seeing the same challenges you guys are seeing when it comes to involving more women and girls. We see that mostly it's more related to stereotypes on the fact that mostly coding and gaming is for guys, that there is no really added value for girls. So I'm quite happy to see that actually some of the numbers in Europe are higher than what we are facing, what we are expecting. Do you have any particular suggestions maybe on how you think that could be more involved? We could be encouraging more girls to participate maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we are obviously struggling. We are trying to. I mean, we can do our part, including the activities that we are going to develop in the toolkit that will complement the handbook in our own schools and universities, and promote them among other schools, university offering game development. It's I mean, what we can do is for sure to help students while they are in education, but the real problem is to how to convince them to start. Because I'm here now in algebra, and we have like another project together also with the exam and on all digital. It's called the hair tech, and again the big problem is that when children are in early stages of their education, there is already like a division. So there are girls like prefer to go into more humanistic or social fields rather than boys who are naturally selecting to go for more technological or scientific educations. This is something that we are working on a lot inside our organizations, on how to try to change this sort of standard career paths. And because probably it's the system itself that doesn't give to girls this feeling of belonging, this that there are opportunities for them in the tech sector, not just the gaming sector, but the tech sector in general. I hope I kind of answered your question, but I mean, this is a very big question. I mean, we can for sure like it's maybe a drop in the sea, but we can somewhere we have to start.
No, you did that. You did actually reply, and I completely see your point. That's completely what we are doing. We're trying to address also kids from the age of 6. We are starting with the age of 6 to get them more involved into coding and digital activities. But I completely see your point because this is also what we are facing. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. Other comments? Oh, Silvia, we can still hear you. You're trying to talk, but no way.
She's
I'm so
unlucky. It's
sorry.
strange because we had a meeting this morning. It worked perfectly.
Oh
It's
no.
very strange. Uh,
We can give you voice if you want to write it in the chat. Yeah, thank you. So I see, like Sylvia says that there are like organizations like Women in Games. I think this is an international actually organization. It's not just in France. We have it's I don't know if it's European organization, but it has like a single local organizations. I mean, they are struggling a lot as well. They are trying to create awards. They are trying to promote role models, which seems to be still very important to show that you can do it, you can make it, you can be part of the system. Oh yeah, thank you, Marilu. So subsidiaries in the UK, Italy, Sweden, the US. So yes, like yeah, Women in Games. So it's quite a spread. Yeah, Roman. I develop games on information security topics, anti-fake. Oh yeah, that's really important. How to make children aware using gamification. This is really useful. Mm-hmm. Code for Europe, yeah, like Sabrina was mentioning. We need definitely to see what kind of opportunities we can create together, combining the two projects.
Yes, absolutely. I was gonna reach out maybe through Sylvia and
Yeah.
Alfonso to you because I think it's quite relevant that we do
Absolutely.
create it absolutely, and also with Mina. I think that most of the people here are very involved into gaming and digital, so it would be great to collaborate. Absolutely.
Yeah, because we are stronger together. There's always like this fear that okay, we are doing maybe our part, but our part is very small. If you look at if you start googling like women in tech, oh yeah, you get so many results and the projects and whatever, but the real impact is still very, very small, unfortunately.
Exactly, and this is also something we share with the Commission. I was lately on a meeting with the Commission. That's exactly what we shared, that we should bridge more projects together, especially when we have the same common goal like we do from your project to ours. And as you said, stronger, it's better, we will achieve more.
Yeah, I agree. So, Sylvia, I wanted to thank both Min and Francesca to their engaging presentation. Oh, thank you very much for sharing facts and critical areas to improve. I have one question. Since you mentioned that the system is the problem, do you think that re-educating parents could help, or would it be too radical to make an impact? Yeah, I mean, for sure, this is something we need to work on. but it's not just the parents, but it's probably the environment where the children play, where the children move around, because besides the school and the family, there are also like friends. There are like all the environment that make them probably choose for one sector rather than another one, or for one career rather than another one. So like families are very important, obviously, but also friends and all the environment they move on in.
Yeah, also I can add to that, like, I think, because in our interviews, a lot of people said that the game industry has like a bad reputation in that sense, that people or families don't consider as a viable job. So it's not seen as a real option, especially for girls. And then it has, since it has such a bad reputation, and the like a mindset of families and like people who you look up to, they don't consider it as an option. So it's not easy for these younger people to even see it as an option then. So there's definitely a gap there that I think we're just breaching now. So, but for example, in the interviews, I interviewed this one lady from technical side. So she was an electrical engineering teacher, and she said that it makes a huge impact when she is the one to go to like schools to showcase the studies and show the girls in the class that she is there a teacher and she can do it. Why couldn't they do it? So like these role models, we really need them, and we need to showcase them to show that there are like no real issues why you couldn't choose the industry as a girl or as a woman. But it's just the mentality is the big challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you have other comments, otherwise, I mean, we can also, you can reach out to us through the our channels. We have a LinkedIn page where we add all the last outcomes. So all the podcasts are there, and you can also make us questions, or make get in touch with us. Oh, so Aida, thank you for this. It was exactly what I've been looking for lately, especially looking around. Witnesses that still things haven't changed much, unfortunately. Yeah. Lastly, is there an email address we can use to send any feedback or follow-up thoughts? Alfonso, I can write mine. Oh, yeah. Perfect. And this is my email. Yeah. So if you don't have any... Yeah, okay. So I think we can close. It was very short. Unfortunately, I'm in another meeting today, so we had to make it a bit shorter. But I mean, we will. I suppose, Alfonso, we have the email of participants, and we can also share with you in the future. Yeah, the next steps, and call you also for the next webinars. We will organize some others later on and continue the discussion.
Yes. Francesca, just maybe it would be useful for the audience to know when we will have the handbook finalized.
Yeah, the handbook will be finalized in reality in October. Because it will be, as I told you before, complemented with the tools activities that we are, and with the old podcast we are also realizing now with all digital and with experts in the field. So yeah, it takes still a bit of time to be ready.
So when time comes, we'll share it with all our stakeholders, including, of course, this group. I hope you won't mind. I think we all want to know more.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you a lot.
Then thank you so much, everyone.
Enjoy.
Thank you,
It's very nice meeting you
Enjoy
all.
everybody.
the rest of the
Bye-bye.
day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye bye.